Once you've created an assignment for your students using Google Assignments, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. And it says no student submissions yet because no one has submitted it. But one of the big pros of using Google Assignments is that you can see a student's work in progress before they submit the work. And there's two ways that you can do that. Within assignments right now, if you look, there's no student submissions yet. Sometimes you might need to refresh to be able to see student submissions yet. However, the way that you see them here is only once a student opens the document within their Canvas page. But I'm going to show you real quick a second place where you'll be able to see the documents, and that's within your Google Drive. When you're in your Google Drive, if you're in My Drive, you will find a folder named Assignments. And then within that assignment folder, you'll see your different courses. And so the course that I'm using right now is this Canvas PD course. And within this, we are going to see a couple of different assignments and the templates. The templates are like the ones that you create. It basically makes a copy of your original doc that you're assigning to students. And I can't read all the names here. I'm going to change it to list view so it makes it a little easier to read. And then here is the assignment. So it's the Google Assignment Mystery Footprint CER. And again, when I open this, I do see the student doc. Ignore this first one. This was me testing it out earlier. I deleted that assignment. But this second one here, this is from that assignment that I just shared that we can't see here, but you can see it in Drive, even before the student opens up the assignment. So I can see it right here. I can go in and look and see that the student did nothing on this. This is actually a Google slideshow that I shared instead of a Google Doc because they're going to edit a slide. And don't be confused. The name of the student is put up at the front. The name of my fake student happens, it's linked to my Google account, my personal Google account. That's why it's my name. But you would see your students' names listed in front of each of the assignments. Now, when I have a student actually open up the assignment, so I'm going to go over to my fake student account over here. And here's the assignment. So I'm going to open up the Canvas assignment. And again, at this point, once the student opens up this Canvas assignment, it's just the instructions for the students. It's still spinning. It hasn't completely loaded just yet. What the student sees is the document right here, their file. It's been assigned to them. When I go back to the teacher page and refresh, it now shows the student is here. So the student just needs to open the assignment for me to see it as a teacher within the assignment page without having to go to my Google Drive. Now I can click on this and open it up and look at the student in particular. And I can go to the slide that I want them to work on. In this case, it was slide number 9, and I can see if they've done anything on that slide yet, or sorry, slide number 8, and they haven't entered anything on this slide yet. But I can put comments just like you would on a Google Doc. There's a comment bank where you can have like preloaded comments that you want to create. I can grade things if I want to grade it at this point, but the student hasn't actually submitted anything yet. If I want to see more of the menu, I can click on that, and then I could use the commenting feature here. But notice that it has this extra bar on the right. So it also, so you might want to actually just go into your Google Drive to look at it, because it might be a little bit easier to go from student to student, and then it opens up on a full page like what you would normally see. Now, when I'm in here, I clicked on the one student. If I have multiple students in the class, I can click on the arrow and go to the next student. I don't have multiple students in my class, so I can't show you that, but it would allow me to just go from student to student to student to student and look at their documents while it's in progress. And you can see here that it's assigned, and so I can check and see like the status of it, whether or not they've turned it in or not. And so it will say submitted instead of assigned here next to the student name. You can sort by last name, first name, etc. So you have a lot of cool things that you can do with this. Once a student does submit the assignment, so let's say that I have my student open this up. Let's pretend that they actually did the work. You can see it still says assigned on the student view. When they submit that work, they get a "you're all set" with a happy little clipboard, and now it says submitted. When we look at it over here on the teacher view, I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page, and you'll see now that that student shows submitted. Now, once a student has submitted this assignment, they cannot edit the Google Doc. They don't have access to edit it anymore. It's view only. And so if a student wants to make any changes, they can unsubmit the assignment. Or as a teacher, you can return the assignment. Like once you've graded it, you can return it back to them, and it gives the student editing access as well. To get out of here, I can just click on this little arrow on the top left, and it's going to bring me back to kind of this main screen here. But notice I'm in a different tab. When I'm in Canvas, I can see this, but when I click on anything in here, it opens a new tab into the Google Assignments like web page. It's kind of taking me outside of Canvas, but it talks to Canvas. If I didn't attach a rubric, but if I did attach a rubric, I can fill that out. And remember, in that right-hand column, that's where you could grade things and put scores. Those scores will go into Canvas. Sometimes it isn't immediate, but it will talk to Canvas and send those scores over.